Hey! What's happening over at Canopus Farms?
Mighty strange. Never heard of anything like that before.
You running off to Luxarian?
Ran off. More like it.
I'm detecting large infusions of chaos in the area. They're all over Canopus Farms.
Why would chaos suddenly appear across a single village like that? I have to check it out. What is it?
It's the Chocobos, the ones I'm treating. They're inside the chaos. I've got to get them to safety.
Doctor, it's too late!
Did all the villagers make it out okay?
Yes, everyone is accounted for, except for the Chocobos. They were too slow.
I saw something in there. It was a Chocobo eater. If we don't get those Chocobos to safety fast, they'll be slain. Every last one of them.
You want to help your fellows, is that it? I didn't need to ask.
I've analyzed the chaos. The monster inside is too large to be a Chocobo. I can only assume that it's a Chocobo eater.
Am I too late?
I've never seen a chaos infusion like this. Not only is it covering a large area, it's not losing any power.
The chaos can appear naturally. So, Odin, show me your strength! Time to mix it up. The fight will be honest. Blood's up now. You can't break me down. Blood's up now. Up now. I can win with a single blow. Got it. you can rest. Forgive me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't save your friends. I can do this. Let me pray for them. It's no substitute for salvation. But at the very least, perhaps I can give them peace. Odin! My friend, you have to know, I am powerless. I couldn't save all the souls who yearned for salvation. With each failure, I grew more despondent. But even in my despair, I kept fighting. The bond we had, it transcended centuries. No matter how much we changed, I always felt your strength. Even in my darkest hours, you made me strong. Quoi? I've got some good news from Tilda. That dog she found is doing much better.
He is? Well, that's great.
The medicine you prescribed was exactly what he needed. You're a fine vet, Claudia.
You know my name? And you remembered it? Oh, this is so embarrassing. Anyway, I appreciate the praise, but I don't know anywhere near as much as Seven does, and practically the only thing Dr. Ghazal says to me is, "Hey, 13.
I wonder why he still won't call you by your proper names.
Oh, he says it's because he can't be troubled to learn them. But really, I think it's because he doesn't want to get too close to us. He's cared for a lot of people and animals over the years, and most of them have gone one way or another. He must be so tired of losing people he's grown fond of.
Yeah, it's hard to say goodbye to people you love. To keep everyone at a distance is one way to protect yourself.
That said, in my case, I think it really is because he can't remember my name. I'm still so hopeless at everything, and I've still got so much to learn. A number is all I deserve.
No, that's not true.
Hey, 13! Get over here!
See what I mean?
Are you deaf? Come over here, Claudia. I need your advice.
Go on.
Coming! Thank you for everything. The flower's safe too.
How are things? I want to thank you for saving our village. When the chaos first appeared, it looked like it was going to take the whole village away. Everything I'd lived and worked for was disappearing, right in front of my eyes. I lost the will to live. I slumped to the ground where I was. I ignored the chaos even as it surrounded me. But the other villagers, they refused to leave me behind. They grabbed my arms and yelled, "We've got you, Garrett!" and dragged me out. It should have been me pulling people to safety. Now I know everything will be okay. I've spent my life looking after this village. But I know now that the village has always been looking after me, too.
At least you've learned you're not the only one who cares about this place. You're not alone. You have allies.
That's right. And I've learned one more thing, too. Even if we weren't in this village, if we had to go somewhere else, we'd be the same people. Canopus Farms is more than just a collection of buildings in the middle of the wildlands. It's about the friendships, the camaraderie, the history that we've experienced together. And guess what? You're part of that history now, too. You saved our village, and that makes you one of us. If you ever need a place to settle down, you'll always find a welcome here. I've said this to you before, I'm sure, but let me say it again. Welcome to Canopus Farms.
The doctor told me today that my apprenticeship is over. He still calls me Seven, though. Not that it matters.
It'll take more than one setback.
I'm a veterinarian, but this time, there was simply nothing I could do.
Doctor, listen. You were the one who saved my friend here. No one else could have done what you did.
Seeing how famously you two get along, I'd say it was worth it.
Hey there! Safe travels.
We won't give up, I promise you.
Yes?
Remember telling me about your family?
I do, but I don't have family anymore. Like I told you, my darling Clove just ran away. What? Clove? Clove, is that really you? It is! Where have you been? I thought you were dead! I'm so glad you're back safe and sound. I am never ever letting you out of my sight again. It's some kind of miracle.
You're no match for us.
Yes? Can I? Do you think I talk too much? I mean, it's not like I don't know. When I first found out that people thought I talked too much, but when I did that, now maybe I'm reading things wrong. Maybe people aren't smiling when I talk. Maybe I like talking, and that's good enough for...
We can scatter them easily.
Hey, get out of your sleeping cot. Lazy layabouts. Sun's rising. So should you.
The show is over. victory was part of the act.
Do you need a cure? I don't believe it. You actually got everything. Now I'll finally be able to do my final task. Words cannot express just how much this means to me. Truly. But I want to say thank you anyway.
So, that was your last task, to make this medicine.
Yes, I want to give it to someone. But I'll have to be extra careful with this brew. I can't ruin this, not something this precious.
That's right. Don't you go wasting all of my hard work.
I'll take that as encouragement, I guess. I'll bet every last bit of pride I have as an apothecary on this. Do you need a cure? If you're ever in need of more... need a cure?
Hi, I'm here for more
Looks like you have the Here you are. If you're ever in need of more...
Let's do this, Odin! You're no match for us. So, how long?
I'd wager...
This can't be right. These readings are off the charts.
Sleep in the chaos. Odin, back me up!
Welcome. Formidable! You have brought all the ingredients I need. I shall now create... Oui, it is finished, and it is perfection itself. It is worthy of my great masters. Now to you, I must give a reward, no?
My friend? Do you mean the white chocobo?
But who else? The fact is, this dish is a special concoction meant specifically for large, two-legged fowl. For a chef, it is a great honor to practice his art for the benefit of the Angel of Valhalla. And being able to help Mademoiselle in her journey is the, how you say, icing on the gâteau. Welcome. I have two. The second dish, alas, the ingredients are, to tell you the truth. What is this? Incroyable! Never did I think anyone would be able to find these ingredients. I shall pour my heart and my soul into crafting this dish. I shall return. It is ready. I have made it at last. The legendary dish, the Nora Special.
Nora Special? Somehow, that sounds familiar.
I doubt that, mademoiselle. It is a name that only a select few elite chefs are familiar with. It is a dish no longer served, a legendary recipe that was almost lost to the mists of time. A dish last sampled 1,000 years ago, or so the stories say.
For something that's so legendary, there's not much to it. It's not all that fancy or complicated. But at the same time, it smells great, like good home cooking.
Vraiment. On the tongue, it is a reassuring pleasure. It evokes sun-dappled afternoons on the seashore, a masterpiece of subtlety. It has been passed down to me over 1,000 years. From one generation of chefs to the next, the recipe copied 100 times. Until it came to me from my master. To make this dish is the greatest honor a chef can know. Somewhere my master is watching, and is proud. Please, you must have this, as a token of my eternal gratitude.
The Nora Special. It reminds me of a place near the water, of cool breezes, the waves lapping on the shore. I still remember Sarah. How could I forget? It was our hometown, the place we grew up. Bodom. You always used to order this at that cafe you loved. You'd make me get it too. Even now, 1,000 years later, something of that time has survived.
Odin, back me up!
The show is over.
you can make everyone... You did a fantastical job! That was fabulously impressive!
You're no match for us. Better get ready for the next one.
Mighty Savior!
You mentioned you used to cover high-profile stories. I'm investigating a story for a friend. Do you know anything about a man named Ranulf?
Ranulf? Yes, I think I do. Yes. The poor man's wife and daughter were brutally murdered over some business dispute. Happened quite a while ago. He lost everyone he loved in the blink of an eye. What a tragedy.
That's some memory you have. This happened centuries ago.
My boss put me in charge of that story. It's one that's hard to forget.
That's lucky for us. Ranulf himself asked me to look into the case, so he can know the truth. Do you think you can help?
Actually, I think I might be able to do just that. I can hardly refuse any favors from you now, can I? Except, I wonder if you wouldn't mind doing something for me in exchange. Nothing too time-consuming.
You already owe me.
Just to hear me out, please. You're helping all kinds of people, aren't you? Would you keep doing that, but when you're done, come tell me their stories.
Just their stories? Are you sure that's all you want from me?
Yes, I want to write something that will inspire people and lift their spirits. What better subject than you?
I've done what you asked.
I knew you could do it. That's great news for everyone. You'll be an inspiration to my readers. This will make a fantastic article.
I'm not one to preach morality, but doesn't that violate some sort of reporter ethics? Writing stories that you helped create?
The job of a reporter is to follow the truth, and that's what I'm doing. But if we're being completely honest, the real reason I asked for that favor isn't for a story. My real purpose was to observe you and watch you in action.
What do you mean? Why me?
I know who you are now. You help people, and in doing so you save their souls. That's the duty you've been assigned by you-know-who upstairs. You are the savior, aren't you?
Huh. You knew who I was all along.
Let's just say I had a hunch. But don't worry. Your secret will be safe with me. I won't tell anyone. Oh, by the way, I looked into Ranulf's past. I found something that might be helpful. Well, the case was cold for a long time, but it turns out they did find a suspect in the end.
So, was he arrested?
I don't know if this is good news or not, but the person in question appears to have passed away some time ago. Once the authorities saw the death certificate, they stopped the investigation.
You're right. I don't know if that's good or bad news. So who was the person behind this?
Some lowlife that was part of a criminal organization, specialized in petty crime. The Order had been on his trail for a while. But he was a wily little rat, managed to stay one step ahead. He went through aliases, but the one on the death certificate was Reddick.
Reddick? I met someone with the same name in the Warren. He said he'd been in hiding for a long time.
Could it be the same man? Is it possible he's still alive? But there was a death certificate and everything.
He mentioned that he was dead in the eyes of the law. And he also knew where Ranulf's journal was.
Do you think he managed to fake his own death by forging the document to escape the Order's scrutiny? I suppose that could be possible. Then it looks like the case has been solved. We found our man. I'll go through the records again, in case we missed something.
It was Reddick, the man in the Warren with no name. Are you gonna tell Ranulf about this?
If it really was Reddick, there's something I want to ask him first. Let's go to the Warren and see if he'll talk.
You been on a trip down Chaos? Oh. Here, take this. It's a special something for my little...
So, we meet again, Savior.
Not by choice.
Oh, excuse me. I had no idea. You are so subtle. Just one hint, though. Go see that Chocoboco chick. She asked you to save Saz, didn't she? It's no wonder. She can't help worrying about him.
So, how do they know each other?
Oh, and here I just assumed you knew. Well, I guess you'll understand when you get all the soul fragments. Didn't she tell you that she'd run straight to Saz's place when that happens?
You think you can beat me?
Chocoboco, Lina!
The fragments were scattered. You'll have to search every...
Citizens, lend me your ear.
I think it's this way.
When the final bell tolls, the Earth will be destroyed, and the world will be...
The fight will be honest. No time for hesitation.
Light, that was it! The last creature of its line. In the end, you did just what those diviners said you would.
Guess I should tell them. I don't know if even they believe they've cast a spell on me. But I've put on a show for them this long. Might as well keep it up till it's over.
Hey, Lightning.
I say it's time we find a...
Chocobocolina! Saz is doing everything in his... but he's flustered and...
My victory was part of the act.
You got them, didn't you? The soul fragments for Daj?
You're the one who gave Saz the coffer. You started this wild goose chase.
Wild goose chase? Saz was suffering. I felt sorry for him. You should know how he feels, wanting to be reunited with the last bit of family he has. Right, Lightning?
Right. Because I lost Sarah, huh?
Exactly. Though it's not the same thing. I'm afraid that a coffer of souls won't save Sarah. Too bad. You'll just have to figure out how to save her for yourself, huh?
That's what I'm planning to do. I don't need anyone's help. Especially not yours.
Light, you've got all 5 soul fragments you needed to find for Daj. You should head to Saz's place at once.
I'd like to think this'll help Daj. But this is Lumina we're talking about.
It may be best not to get your hopes up.
But for Saz, this is his last and only hope. He can't even smile anymore. He's got nothing left in him. If I take this away too, he may not survive. I don't know if I could take that.
Hey, you. Yeah, you there. Don't you think the last of something seems a bit more special? More valuable, even?
Not necessarily. Could just be the leftovers that no one else wanted.
You just don't get it. I guess I have to explain to you the awesomeness of my research, then.
No, you really don't. But thanks anyway.
Wait. This is your last chance. Are you sure you want to miss out on your chance to hear the last researcher?
Last researcher? I've seen plenty of researchers.
No, I researched lasts. Everything has to end sometime, right? Even us ageless humans, we still fall prey to illness and injury. Eventually, there will be a last of us too.
Unless the world ends first. But what do you want from me?
I've spent this endless life of mine researching the ends of all the many things in our world. And now, I'm researching the last of the monsters.
So you're studying how they die?
No. That'd be their last moments. I meant the last specimen of a species of monsters.
I don't follow.
You see, you reduce the number of specimens in a species until they're on the very verge of extinction. Then, what will happen to the last individual?
One lone survivor in the face of extinction.
It turns out the last individual receives the collective strength of its species and it transforms. Its form is enveloped in a sickly light, and it becomes far stronger than is normal for an individual of its kind. I've come to call this the Last One syndrome. I must gather data on all the species that manifest a last one. I want to drive every last species of monster to the brink of extinction and study their survivors.
I don't know whether to salute you or slap you. You want to wipe out all the monsters in the world.
The world is ending anyway, right? Everything is going to die sooner or later, so what's wrong with speeding things up? No need to feel bad. Get out there and start killing.
Are you talking to me?
I need someone to start exterminating monsters fast, so I can study as many last ones as possible. You're obviously strong enough for the task, so get to it.
It's impossible. All the time in the world would not be enough to hunt a species into extinction.
Yes, you're right. You'd have to be able to live through this life countless times to do such a thing.
Why ask if you know it's impossible?
Like I said, the world is ending anyway. If you don't ask for what you want now, then when will you? I knew it was too much to hope for. But somehow when I saw you, I thought you might actually be capable of it.
Do you even listen to yourself? Fine. Since you asked, I guess I can at least try. But no promises.
I know you'll be able to do it. I can see it in your eyes. You'll come back to me a success.
I still haven't managed to map out all the ruins. I hope you'll get further in next time so we can get a better pic.
The strength of the last ones is... Some of the rarer species only appear in specific places.
Bye.